Teutopolis, Illinois, a village in Effingham County that was planning to celebrate Oktoberfest today. Instead, many in the community were forced out of their homes after a chemical spill just half-mile away. Thanks for joining us for News 10 Night Watch. I'm Jevin McCoskey. We're also following breaking national news as Congress passed a bill to avert a shutdown. But first, we'll start with the deadly crash and ammonia leak in Teutopolis. The Effingham County coroner says 5 people have died. Officials have not said if they died from the crash or from the ammonia. 3 people were in the same family, including 2 kids under the age of 12. The other 2 were from out of state. 5 people were airlifted to area hospitals. The crash happened last night just before 9:30 local time on US Highway 40. This is video from Skydrone 10 of the area just east of Teutopolis. Illinois State Police say multiple vehicles were involved, including the semi carrying the anhydrous ammonia. That semi-tanker overturned, releasing fumes into the air. State Police say Highway 40 was experiencing more traffic due to a crash on Interstate 70 earlier in the day. The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency says the tanker was carrying 7,500 gallons of ammonia at the time of the crash. Officials estimate 4,000 gallons were released. Illinois EPA says a contractor was called to the scene to advise how to safely empty the tanker. It has since been drained, patched, and moved to a secure location. Personnel from the US EPA and the National Transportation Safety Board are also called to the scene. There is some good news to pass along this evening. The village of Teutopolis says all evacuation orders have been lifted. Officials are advising people to open their windows when they return home. Residents who still smell a strong odor or start to feel sick should call 911 immediately. That evacuation order came after dark last night. Since then, 500 people were displaced and first responders have been working around the clock. News 10's Caitlin Hunt traveled to Effingham County today. She has more about the community's response to the tragedy.
Things were quiet in the Illinois town of Teutopolis Saturday morning. That's as crews were trying to clean up a deadly ammonia leak. A leak that left many locals evacuating the area Friday night. Jerry Rundy evacuated as he and the local civic club were preparing for the annual Oktoberfest at the banquet center.
After that, you could just smell the ammonia. It was just hit you. It was pretty strong, but we all just kind of ran out of there, ran to our homes, and got our kids and spouses and fled.
Rundy says he saw numerous cars heading out of town once emergency alerts were activated. His family is staying with relatives out of town. Emergency crews from all over the area have joined the response team as local first responders say cleanup could take some time. I caught it with Teutopolis Fire Chief Tim McMahon as he was bringing several crews back from the site of the crash. He says the fire crew is taking every necessary precaution to keep responders safe.
We got 2 hazmat teams on scene now. Anytime they go in, they have to come back and be decontaminated, so we spray them off and we send them on down to the decon unit.
McMahon says he has no timeline of when cleanup would be complete, but in the meantime, locals like Rundy are stepping up. With Oktoberfest canceled, Rundy and his team decided to use the food for first responders. Rundy also hopes to prepare food for some of the displaced locals.
That's why we started our club, is to help out the town any way we can. It was an easy decision.
In Teutopolis, Illinois, with photojournalist Dorothy Goforth, Caitlin Hunt, News 10.